Hi guys, Syntex here. So tonight I'm gonna do a little update video on how the car is after all the maintenance I did, some fixing and some I want to say debugging, like I'm doing a fix on the computer, but it's not the same thing. I printed a list of things that are either done or I've been working on it. So I'll just go over the list and I'll tell you what I want to do for either each of this thing or in the future. But first, I wanna say what I want to do with the car generally for the future. So what I want to do is not a race car, not a thing for doing street racing or having like 1,000 horsepower. I just want to go probably to 400 or 500 horsepower. That's gonna be my goal. But first I have to fix all this list to be, I mean, the best thing would be to fix pretty much all the biggest thing on it. So like the door trim is not the top priority compared to like the transmission. But yeah, so 400 or 500 is gonna be the goal for the car. I give me a year to fix like the main issue, like the little thingy that I can fix in just like by throwing money on it and just receiving the part. The bigger problem are gonna be like the discontinued part, like the transmission, the differential. All those things are pretty hard to get by. I've been looking all around and it's really hard to find part. It's so annoying. So I guess I'll have to dismantle the transmission. That's like one of the big problems to fix it. But for now, let's go for all the little thingy. So the blinker, I'll put picture of everything of like what I'm talking about. The blinker, I fixed the blinker, but the problem is I snapped the little thingy that suck it in the literally the blinker, this. So when I tried to ride the car, the fucking thing flew away and the bus right behind it splattered the thing. So now I ordered 2 new blinker. It's gonna take 3 weeks to get here, and since the cops here are dicks, I can't drive the cars for 3 weeks, so I'm literally livid for this. It's so annoying. But what can I say? I fucked up. I fixed the problem. Like the blinker worked, but the thing fell. But the door trim, door handle trim. So those 2 things are for the door. I mean, it's only like it's visual thing for now. It's not one of the main part of it. And the door trim, when I'm the door handle trim, it's like $5 on Rock Auto, so I can order 4 and be done with it. The door lock for the, I guess, the passenger side, for the left side, when I lock the door and slam it, it pops out, so I can never lock the door. So if I want to lock the door, I need to slam the door will unlock, and I need to go inside and lock the door. But when I do that, I cannot open the door back from the outside with the key. Super weird. So to figure it out. The heater core and all the heating assembly, I thought it would have been a lesser problem, but it's a big ass problem because I think I did a video. I'm gonna put it on the screen. I look inside and there's literally nothing. Probably there's the cable, but there's nothing inside. So what I'm gonna try to do, there's an EVO 1 like 10 hours away from me, and the guy probably he wanted to sell it I wanted to point it out, but when I'm looking at it, there's so many things I could take from the car that it would be just easier to buy the car for 2K, take it here, and have it like a part car, so I can put things on it. So that's gonna be the play for the heater core. So for all the winter, I won't have heating, so that's gonna be a big problem. I know there's a way to put like something like that I have here inside the car, but I need an inverter and I need all of this shit and like hooking up to the alternator and and yeah. So I mean, it could work. It's ghetto ass, but it's gonna put strain on the alternator. Probably gonna break. So, I don't know if I really want to do it. So the crack headlight, I showed to you when I first started the video. The problem with this, the only place I found them, it's on eBay, and it's almost $200 for one. So yeah, it's working now. I mean, it's working. The lights works, but visually it's not pleasing. So on a scale on 1 to 10, it's like probably at 3 or 4. Depending on if a cop decides to fucking pull me over and they're like, yeah, there's a crack in the headlight, you need to change it. I'm gonna be, fuck you, suck my cock. God. 5th gear to neutral, that's the biggest problem. I mean, I did multiple pull. The 5th gear is more like of a convenience for the sound, because being at 4th gear, it's not the best thing when you're at like 120 or whatever. I mean, it doesn't really matter that much, but I mean, it's inconvenience more. So I think, like I told you, the only way would be to dismantle the transmission, look inside of it, and see what's the problem. I don't know if I want to put money and put in more transmission fluid before, because if it doesn't work, I'll fucking waste money on the transmission fluid. But depending on the, I mean, at some point I need to try to do things. So I can drive the car for 3 weeks. So that's gonna be the day I'm gonna try to do it. I mean, the time for me to do it. The exhaust. Okay, so me and my friend, we lifted the car at the garage. We look underneath the car. It's super clean underneath. There's like rust part, but it's minimal. So it's pretty good. The exhaust. One of the problems with the exhaust, I don't know if the guy did it or whatever. It's super ghetto the way the exhaust is done. So I'm probably gonna see if I can buy one just brand new. Because for now, the part at the back is super low. So when I'm like getting a plot hole, this thing is creeping on the floor and there's spark coming over. It's pretty annoying. So that's gonna be not one of the first, but probably because the sound and the spark, it's pretty annoying. And I don't want it to do it on the new ones, so that's probably one thing I didn't put here. It's new coilover to have it like more of a like soft suspension and not as stiff, because for real, stiff suspension is like super not pleasing when you're driving. But I mean, we'll see. The car paint, I'm gonna do it in the summer, that's for sure. We'll see if I can do it this summer. So the color I'm gonna do it's not black. It's gonna be a blue. I'm gonna try to find a picture of the blue that I really want. It's gonna be like a dark-ish blue. But yeah, that's gonna be the color of the car. Differential goes with the transmission and the transfer case, because there's like a thing when you move one of the wheel. I think it's the front left tire, it doesn't move. So I don't know if the 4-wheel drive doesn't like work properly. So gotta look into it. Timing belt is like super loose. It's not squeaky, but it's loose. There's like a lot of movement. Old gasket and pan. It's pretty rough. When we looked at it, it's pretty rough. There's a dent in the old pan and scratch. The whole gasket is like, I don't know if it's leaking, but it's like outside and it's all disgusting. So I'm gonna do this. Intercooler, I mean the intercooler is pretty easy. Everything is fucking bumped inside of it. It's destroyed, literally. There's no leak, and I'm impressed because of that, because there's no leak. But it's fucked up, dude. It's fucked up. Okay, so clean the trunk. What I mean by that is what, like I showed you before, the battery wasn't in the bottom. It was fucking disgusting. So now I did a little thing with a wooden plank. So the plan would be to make a better size plank and making it like openable, so I can like store a thing underneath or whatever. Find it something good. Change the way the battery is too, so I can put it like somewhere not in the middle, so I can like have a better place management. So clean the trunk in general. The reverse light doesn't work. I don't know if it's both. But I mean, one of the side, yeah, so the left side doesn't have the bulb. The right side has a bulb, but I don't know if it's blown, whatever. I'll have to ask somebody to check it out. Spark plug, I mean, that's the general maintenance for it. The front bumper, because it's like all scratched and bent, it's fucking weird. Like, either like fixing it or getting a new one. Don't know what I'm gonna do. The bucket seat, dude, I fucking hate those bucket seats. Now I'm pretty much like I'm living with it. It's fine, but like my balls are squeezing. It's not made for a guy for me, so I would prefer having like the Recaro seat so there is not like metal bar on my thighs. It's super annoying. The cracked windshield. So yeah, there's a crack. There's like a little like flick. Probably there's like a rock that hit it, and not like shattered it or like make a big ass crack. There's like a little pixel of a dent inside of it. It's not a dent. I don't know. A crack. I mean, do we call them a crack when it's like all small and everything? I don't know. But that's, oh yeah, MD air filter. Oh, I'll have to find a new one. I tried to look at it, but this one is like flat and like a cone. I found them like super long or like super small and not this size. So I don't know. I guess I'll need to figure something out, because this one I cleaned it in quote. I put in some salt water and let it steal, and like some of the gunk fell out. So probably that's one of the problem from the throttle, because there's no air technically. This is fucking clog. I think it's clog. So yeah. So the air is not the air is not perfect. The flow of the air is not perfect. The thing that are done is the battery. I bought a new battery. The windshield washer, I did the fucking ghetto ass thing with an Oasis bottle, a pump, and some tubing, and a switch inside. Just ghetto ass thing, but for now it's working, so it's great. And yeah, that would be all the problem I have with it now. So like I said, the plan is to get a 500 horsepower, more or less, car. Have it clean, like super clean. And yeah, probably go for this and like stick with the car for some time. Probably rebuild the engine at some point. And yeah, maybe go with an EVO 2 later on and start the climb to the EVO 9, one of my favorite, the one that looked really, really good. So that's gonna be the plan. I don't think I have anything else to say about it. Probably like getting a name for the car would be great. I don't know why. A name would be cool. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it about the car. Um, if you have any like question or comment or idea, you can put it in the comment section, and I'll put the link of the Trello. That's what I use to do my list of my like bucket list on what things doesn't work or what I need to work on, and it's public, so you can see the progress of what I'm doing when I'm not uploading a video, because I don't think I can upload a video like every day since I can't drive it or whatever. It's not. I don't have a super like amazing life, so I mean it's not like I'm going to show or event like all the time, and there's not really a lot of event here in Quebec. I downloaded the what is the fucking app? Car Meet. I think the app is Car Meet, and you can see like people with like car in your region, and there's like some people that are with decent car, really cool car. But I think we need to start making things here around here in Quebec. It's pretty lame right now. There's like nothing, and all before there was like some in Montreal, and when I say Montreal, it's not in this city, but in the region. And in the end, everything was getting shut down because of the cops. They were so fucking annoying. I never gone to any, but I was on the Facebook page, and every time they were like, yeah, a cop came in and shut it down. So probably we need to find like a private place that they wouldn't mind us being there. And yeah, that's gonna be I think the video. So if you liked it, thumbs up. If you didn't like it, thumbs down. But for now, I didn't had any thumbs down on my video. I'm pretty glad. And if you can subscribe and watch my video, I would love it. So peace.